everyone, Shane here on this cold winter's December day, 4th of December, and it's also 4 degrees, Sunday afternoon. My plans haven't gone correct lately with these videos over the last couple of weeks. All the plans I've made have been waylaid or put off. So today's video should have been a Zabroya Kozak from my channel sponsor John. He's accidentally become my channel sponsor. Reason being is because I'm reviewing his guns, and he's got quite a few of them. So today was to be the Zabroya Kozak, and he's also got the other Zabroyas, those the Ortizias. I believe it's called the Ortizias. Try saying that with a gobstopper. So today's review or overview, because it's been done many times, many people have done very good reviews on these guns. I thought I'd show you the gun and do a few shots with it. And I got this gun totally by accident. I never set out to buy this gun, but I was returning one of John's guns to him, and he showed me a few of his guns, and this was one that he didn't use. And it reminded me of my CP2 that I got great use out of in all the lockdowns that we had. And me and the family, even one of my stepdaughters who's not at all into guns, quite enjoyed herself shooting my little CP2. However, it was only ever a garden gun because of its low power. It only did something like 6 feet or 7 foot-pounds. I can't remember, I'd have to look through my videos. This gun here is the SMK, sometimes the Artemis and sometimes the Diana Storm Rider. They're all more or less the same gun with slight differences, slightly different specs. This is the pr900W. Now John was under the illusion that it's a regulated gun. I don't think it is, personally. It's a generation 2. However, it doesn't state any of this. I'll show you the box in a moment. It doesn't state anything on the box to do with regulator or even version 2. So if you've got any ideas, put it in the comments. If you know what this gun is when I show you it, I'll do a close-up in a moment. But I thought this would be a fun gun for the garden, but it's got more power than the CP2 that I used to have. I sold that on. This gun is sort of an entry-level PCP, sold currently for 230 UK pounds. I did get this with a pump. I haven't brought the pump to show you, but I did get it with a pump. And although a fit, younger sort of guy than myself would have had no efforts, I did pump it up to 200 bar and then suffered with chest pains. Also, my grandson, who's just over 3 years of age, he's asked for Christmas, he wants guns so he can shoot like his granddad, because when I'm around my daughters making the videos normally, he stands there looking at me through the glass. So he wants a gun like his granddad's got, so we bought him a couple of little toy pistols. So in a few years time, when he's about 7 or 8, this would be an ideal sort of gun for him, because it only weighs 237 kilos. I will show you a much close-up of the gun in a moment, but it did remind me of the SMK CP2. Light as a feather. It's got open sight, so by the time I've finished doing my first section of the video, I'm pretty sure it's going to be nearly dark. But I will shoot 10 shots in my garden. It's only going to be at 15 yards, but it still represents a challenge, because that little bullseye on the target, when you look through open sights, is quite small. And also I like to pellet test guns when I get them, to find out what pellets they're like. Well, unusually this gun is a 2.2. I buy 177s, all my guns, apart from a couple of 177s. I like the trajectory of a 177 pellet, the way it travels. You don't have to give it much holdover. And I do shoot at good ranges, despite being limited to 12 foot-pounds here in the UK. I regularly shoot. I was at the shooting club yesterday and shooting targets at 66, 68 and 70 yards, and hitting with success. Not with this gun, with my Krell MPO2. So this gun I will be able to take to the range. It has its drawbacks. I mean, let's be honest, for for 230 UK pounds, you're not going to get a gun what's going to give you a very high shot count. It's got lots of drawbacks as a gun, but it is an entry-level PCP and represents fantastic value for money. What else can I say about it before we do a close-up look? Obviously in the box, I'll show you the box in a moment, it comes with 2 magazines. I don't use magazines. I tend to shy away from them unless I have to use them. It gives me more time if I have a single shot tray that this is fitted with at the moment. I didn't complete what I was saying. I'm doing my normal thing and jumping ahead of myself. This is a 2.2. It's also allegedly a right hand stock, but that bump what comes out is not severe enough to cause me any problems being left-handed. So I can shoulder this gun very easy. Doesn't get in the way. Right, we'll have a closer look. So what I was saying was, this is 2.2. I've only got 177 pellets. I've got a couple of tins of 2.2 pellets. So it's very likely that whatever I shoot through this, the barrel's not going to like them. But I have ordered some and I'm still waiting. But we've had postal strikes and all sorts of things going on in the UK at the moment. So there's a bit of a delay in the post, but I've ordered a few pellets, different brands. So I will be able to find out what it likes in the future. So there's my first excuse for any poor shooting of the target. Right, let's have a closer look. So before going any further on this video, I'd like to put a bit of a shout out to a couple of people who do gun related videos and also knife throwing. The Weaponized Hippie, check his channel out, The Weaponized Hippie. And also Hawk's Eye TV, John on Hawk's Eye TV, who does some amusing videos. Both a nice pair of guys, and they're coming on, and eventually I guess one of them, or maybe both of them, will have bigger channels than myself. But I don't see them as competition. The more the merrier, because they all help towards our sport or hobby of related to guns. So let's have a look at the box, and we'll start there. 177 2.2, 12 foot-pounds knockdown power. Well, I've not put it through the Crony yet, but that's my next plan of action. And also I'm going to order some high-rise mounts rather than taking the sights off the gun. And like I say, on here nowhere does it mention anything to do with Generation 2 or a regulated gun. Well, let's get on to the gun. Nice wooden stock. I'm not sure what sort of wood it is. I will put it on screen if I find out. If it's hardwood, I believe it's hardwood, but I may be wrong. I don't normally like bolt action guns. I prefer side lever loading guns, but these are easy to cock. You haven't got to do any manly work to put all your force into pulling that back. It's quite easy, so I actually don't mind that. The rear sight's pretty simple. And the air cylinder here, I believe, is 100cc, the air cylinder. So if you are into hand pumping guns, it doesn't take too many. I think it's about 40 pumps to get it up to 200 bar. And then it, of course, it includes this screw-off silencer and a rear end sight there. The safety that I never use is on the trigger here. With a positive click, that's on safe. I don't use safety because I've been shooting years and years and years since I was a young lad, and early guns that I started with never had safety. So my safety is, before you point it in any direction of people or anything, point it at the floor, pull the trigger and make sure it's not loaded. But I'm more biased towards spring guns. So when I'm at the shooting club, when the whistle blows and somebody wishes to put a target out, I always pull the trigger. I don't like the idea of leaving a gun loaded with the safety on, just in case I forget. It's just the way I work. But if you're in the field hunting, I can appreciate you're not going to walk around with a loaded gun with a pellet. You know, it's got to be in safe mode in case you accidentally trip over or something. But yeah, nice checker in there. Look, it's not very deep, it's not very grippy. it's more for looks, I would say, but it's not a heavy gun to hold and shoulder. It's not it's never going to be a problem with slippy. I guess in the summer you could have sticky, sweaty hands maybe, but the only, well, negative faults I've heard, sometimes people put extra barrel bands on these because the barrel can flex under certain circumstances. And also you can get a 3D printed device which goes around the barrel and the air cylinder and allows you to use a bipod, so that would also help as a barrel band to stiffen the barrel. I'll tip the gun over and we'll have a look at the manometer and the filling port, and also while we're down the trigger location showing you the safety, it's on the opposite side, it does show red when it's on fire and then when it's on safe. Metal trigger blade, it's not too bad, the trigger, it's not a match grade trigger by any standards, but I have no problems with it. Metal trigger guard, which some expensive guns don't even have, and the checkering at the front there, which is quite nice, but again not deep, but looks very similar to my my Webley VMX DR, the style of the shape of that. Right, I'll spin the gun round and we'll have a look at the other side, and we'll also look at the bottom of it. There's the pressure gauge there, it's full, ready for action almost, about 180 bars on there. And to remove the stock off this gun, you just undo that bolt there, the trigger unit comes off. That's, unfortunately, that's how you have to adjust your trigger. I haven't adjusted it, it'd have to be a very bad trigger for me to make any adjustments, but it's got the SMK logo underneath there, look, nicely engraved in. And very nice gun for the money. I can't fault it. Like I said, it's going to come with its little caveats of a small shot count and a small cylinder. You can't have everything for £230, and that's a bit of a negative point. I'm going to buy some kind of a plug for that to protect the where the filler probe goes in to fill it up with air. But that's the underneath of the gun. And now I'll show you the other side of it. This is the left hand side with the Victory logo, 5.5mm as I say, pr900W with the little England flag there, look. Moving back, a nice little butt pad. It's not hard, it's not super soft, but it's not that hard, nice in the shoulder. The embossed part of the stock there for people who shoot right-handed, but it's not enough. It's not like the BSA I tried of Lewis's where it really curved over to a point. It's not uncomfortable for me to use being left-handed. And there's the safety. I'm not sure if you can see the red side of it poking out, but there is a piece of red there that tells you that it's ready to fire. So what we'll do now, by the time I've set everything up, I imagine it's going to be nearly dark, so if I need to, I'll put a table lamp on the target and I'll be shooting at 15 yards from my kitchen down my short garden to my little target with the open sights that I'm hoping I can see through. Right, let's start the shooting. So I've just found these 2.2 pellets in my man cave. I haven't got a very good selection of 2.2 pellets. Diana, I don't know how many years old these are, or if you can still indeed buy these. Diana Magnum. Doesn't say what weight they are. Made in Germany. So we'll shoot 10 of those and hopefully I'll hit all targets with 10 shots. It may look like a barn door or a shotgun, but we will see. And it's almost dark out there. I've had to put a light on the target, but I'm determined to do this video. So I'll be shooting as far away from the target as I can in my kitchen, 15 yards. We'll have a slow wander down there. It'll be a bit jittery, so I do apologise. I've got a light set up, so hopefully I don't accidentally shoot the light. And there's the target in all its glory, ready to be shot. Open sights, pr900W. SMK. I don't know how clear or blurry it will be because it's quite dim lighting. and the night sky doesn't look very clever. That'll look quite bright to the camera, but it's actually a lot darker than that. Right, let's commence with the shooting. Target, you're getting it. Pocket. Let's go for it. First shot. Number 2. Number 3. I think this is number 4. I definitely went high. In fact, I think both did. That went hard because the gun's been folded. You've got to find where the power curve is. But they're hitting the target. That's all what counts. Where's the target? Open sights in the dark. Two more left, so I must have done 8, I think, according to my pocket. Put 10 pellets in it. That's it. 10 shots. Well, a bit of a disappointing ending to a video really. I was expecting better than that, but in all fairness to myself, and here's the excuses coming, I just couldn't see the rear sights to the front sight because it was getting a bit sort of dark and dingy. I could have done with a light on my head to look down the barrel of the gun. I would have done better. And I also haven't found out where the power curve is, or where the flat spot is in the power curve, because it's clearly an unregulated gun. Yesterday in daylight I did 6 shots to try and set the rear sights up much better. I was hoping to get something like this on that target, but you can't have everything. So as normal people, thanks for watching the video. Thumbs up if you liked it or got some value or entertainment out of it. And on for my next video should be the Zabroya Kozak Mark II. Thanks for watching, take care, catch you soon. Well, not being happy with those results, I've resorted to taking the rear sight off the gun there and mounting this Nico Sterling 4x12x50 AO scope to it. So we'll repeat the process, and I do think the results will be a bit better. And this will be exactly the same distance, same setup. It's 4 degrees currently. I think it's about the 6th, maybe the 5th of December, and the target's down the garden there, look, being lit up. Sorry about the wobbly camera. Target's all lit up, ready for action. This time I'll be using the scope. Probably won't, no, can't get it steady. You'll get the idea. So 15 yards, it's not a great distance, but it's I'll be holding the gun freehand and repeat the last feeble attempt and show that the gun actually shoots a lot better than that target would have thought. So let's go. Oh, let's see what we can do with a telescopic sight on the gun at 9 o'clock at night in the winter. 15 yards. Now in my haste, the one at the bottom I definitely pulled. No other shots did I pull. They ain't too bad. Could be a lot worse considering I haven't done any pellet testing with the gun, and I don't know what pellets it actually likes. I've ordered 2 tins of different brands, Air Arms and JSB, but I'm awaiting those with a postal strike, so I've only got what I've got, which is these old Diana pellets. Not making excuses, but could be a lot worse than that. And obviously when I get my new pellets, hopefully it'll be a lot better. But I couldn't finish the video because I think on that poor sight I did at night time, I couldn't see properly. It showed the gun in a very poor light. It deserves more than that. Excellent value for money. There is a few, I will be doing more videos on this gun because for 230 quid I do think it's an excellent buy and get somebody into the PCP world of shooting air guns. But we'll do another video when the time's right. It's daylight and I've got more time and I'm not rushed. Thanks for watching. You take care everyone. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comments welcome. Catch you soon.